Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I felt my entire body go numb the moment she said it. Her laughter cut through the living room like a blade, sharp and careless, while everyone else chuckled along. My throat tightened. My pulse stuttered. My fingers curled around the edge of the sofa because if I didn't hold on to something, I swear I might have fallen. She laughed louder and nudged my best friend's shoulder. If I ever cheated, it would be with him. Everyone froze for a second, then giggled awkwardly. Some people sipped their drinks like they were pretending not to hear. The fireplace cracked, soft music played in the background, and yet everything felt suddenly hostile and cold. I stared at her. She didn't look drunk. She didn't look like she was joking to make me insecure. She looked fearless. Comfortable. A little too comfortable. And he wasn't laughing at all. His jaw tightened. His eyes dropped to the floor. A slow burn spread in my chest. Confusion. Pain. Anger. But deeper than all of them was a terrifying doubt. I forced a smile. Funny joke. She kissed my cheek like nothing happened. Her perfume always smelled warm and sweet, but right then it felt suffocating. Too sweet. Too fake. Relax, babe. She whispered. It was just a joke. Was it? The question replayed in my head like a broken record. Everyone went back to talking, but I didn't hear any of it. Their voices blended into a distant hum. I watched her walk to the kitchen, hips swaying like she owned the world. Like she didn't just dig her nails into my trust and twist hard. I felt him beside me before I looked up. My best friend. The guy who stood beside me at my wedding. The guy I trusted with every part of my life. You good? He asked quietly. Yeah. My voice came out thin. He swallowed hard. He didn't meet my eyes. His knee bounced anxiously. His breathing sounded uneven. Guilt swirled around him like smoke. That was when the first crack formed in my logic. If there was nothing between them, why did he look like he wanted to disappear? I waited until she walked out onto the patio, phone in hand, smiling down at the screen too fondly. My stomach twisted. Bathroom, I muttered. But I didn't go to the bathroom. I slipped into the hallway and quietly stepped onto the patio from the side door, standing behind the wall. Listening. Yeah, she whispered into the phone, voice low and soft in a way she never used with me anymore. I know. I miss you too. Tonight's risky. His acting weird. My heart stopped. A pressure built in my throat like I couldn't breathe. A pause. Then her voice again. No. He won't figure it out. My vision blurred. The air turned thick. Everything inside me screamed that this moment was the fracture point. The second everything ends. Her phone buzzed again. She looked at the screen and giggled. A giggle. The same carefree sound she used when she told that joke. I stepped forward, not even thinking, just driven by sheer instinct and betrayal ripping through me. She turned and saw me standing there. Her smile fell. Her eyes widened. Guilt flashed across her face so fast she probably hoped I missed it. Hey, I was just calling my sister. My voice was dangerously calm. Really? A bead of sweat trickled down her neck. Her grip on the phone tightened. Yes. Stop looking at me like that. I held out my hand. Give me the phone. She backed up slightly instead of handing it over. A slow, trembling breath escaped me. That tiny movement said more than any words ever could. Why would I give you my phone? She whispered. Because right now, that is the only thing that might save us. Fear sparked in her eyes. But before she could answer, before anything could explode right there on the patio, the sliding door opened and he walked out. My best friend. He froze when he saw us. She stared at him. He stared at her. Neither said a word. And in that silent 3-second exchange, I knew. I didn't need to see messages. I didn't need confessions. Their eyes said enough to shatter my reality in one breath. Tell me the truth. My voice cracked, and for the first time she looked afraid of me, or maybe afraid of losing me. I can explain, she whispered. But explanations don't matter when betrayal is already real. They only hurt more. And that was when something inside me broke open. Explain in front of everyone. Her face drained of color. His shoulders stiffened like he'd been shot. Don't do this, she hissed quietly. I looked at her with a hollow kind of pain. You already did. The room felt like a stage when we walked in. Conversations died one by one. The clink of glasses halted. Everyone sensed the shift, that silent pressure before an explosion. She stood beside me, trembling. He followed behind, his face pale, breathing unsteady. They both looked like people who knew the truth was about to drag them into the light. I didn't yell. I didn't curse. My voice came out painfully soft. Repeat what you just told me outside. She shook her head violently. No. Not here. Please. We can talk privately. My best friend stepped forward. Bro, calm down. You're making this weird. I turned my gaze to him. Then tell me it's a lie. Look me in the eyes and tell me there's nothing between you. His lips parted. No sound came out. His silence was a knife twisting into my chest. I could barely feel my legs. The room tilted slightly, like reality wanted to collapse under the weight of the truth. She whispered, I never wanted it to go this far. Gasps rippled through the room. Someone dropped a drink. The smell of spilled wine filled the air. I closed my eyes for a second. The words stabbed, hollowed, poisoned. Every memory with her flickered through my head like a movie suddenly corrupted, scenes turning black with betrayal. My voice barely held together. How long? Her lips quivered. 3 months. My heart didn't break cleanly. It crumbled, piece by piece, like old glass turning to dust. And you joked about it tonight, I whispered, because, what? You thought it was funny to humiliate me. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. We were just confused. It wasn't supposed to happen. Confused. I almost laughed. You knew exactly what you were doing. I turned to him. My brother. The person I trusted more than anyone. Did you think I wouldn't notice? His voice cracked. I swear it was a mistake. I never meant to betray you. Betrayal isn't something you stumble into accidentally. His eyes dropped. Shame strangled the air between us. The room felt suffocating, but I forced myself to stay still. If I moved, I wasn't sure what I would do. One of our friends whispered, Man, this is messed up. Another muttered, I knew something felt off tonight. She stepped toward me. We can fix this. Please. I love you. The words sounded disgusting, hollow, like poison disguised as comfort. You don't get to say that to me anymore. Her face collapsed. Her hands shook as she reached for my arm, but I stepped back like her touch burned. You made a joke about cheating with him, and you thought it was harmless. But that joke wasn't a joke. It was a confession wrapped in laughter. She sobbed, covering her mouth with her hands. I was scared. I wanted to stop. I tried. If you really wanted to stop, I said quietly, you wouldn't have started. Silence fell again. Every eye in the room was fixed on us, but I felt like I was drowning alone. Then I breathed, slowly, painfully. I straightened my shoulders even though everything inside me felt shattered. I am done. Her knees buckled. She grabbed the edge of the table to steady herself. Don't leave. Please don't leave me. My voice cracked. Have I ever left you before this moment? She shook her head violently, sobbing harder. And yet, you still left me 100 times in your mind, in your messages, in his arms. Her pain didn't soothe mine. It just echoed the emptiness building inside me. I walked to the door. My best friend reached out instinctively, guilt shaking his voice. Please don't walk out like this. Give us a chance to explain. I looked at him, not with anger anymore, but with the deepest form of disappointment I ever felt. I trusted you. You were part of my life. My home. My circle. You broke more than a promise. You broke something in me that I don't know how to fix. He blinked fast, tears threatening. I never wanted to hurt you. We always hurt the people we think will forgive us, I said softly. But not this time. I opened the door. Cold night air rushed in, a cruel relief against the heat of betrayal inside me. She stumbled after me. Please. Don't end us like this. I made a mistake. I chose wrong. But I never stopped loving you. I didn't look back. If cheating feels like love to you, then I am grateful you never gave me more of it. Her sob hit like a body crashing to the floor. Before I stepped out, I turned one last time, staring at both of them. You two already chose each other. Tonight, I choose myself. I walked out into the dark street, each step heavy but freeing. My chest ached with a pain so raw it almost felt physical, like my ribs were cracking open. But beneath the agony, there was a strange quiet, a first breath of self-respect returning. Behind me, I heard her call my name. He whispered something desperate. People murmured. The world kept spinning in chaos. But I didn't stop. Not even once. Some betrayals don't destroy you. They reveal the version of you that finally refuses to be destroyed. And as the night swallowed me, I knew this pain would scar, but I would rise through it. Alone, maybe, but whole again someday. And that mattered more than the pieces they left behind.